So Bitcoin is still going between my predicted target of 38,500 and 35,500. We are still in this range that I've just drawn my scribble on here. And like I said in my previous video, I still anticipate us to be within this range for quite some time, at least a couple of months, anywhere between 3 to 6 months. I'll happily be proven wrong, but there is the potential for us to always go down and test that low of 29,000. But at the moment, we're still within my range, and I thought I'd do this video talking about the cryptos you should stay away from. Before I start this video though, I do just want to quickly say it's never my intention to wish someone bad luck. I never want anyone to lose money. I always want everyone to be happy and to live a very prosperous and rich life. But this is just my analysis, and that's okay if you disagree with it. If you believe a coin is good and it checks out, whether that be your fundamentals or technical analysis, I wish you nothing but the best. But in this video, I'm going to give my honest thoughts about certain cryptos that I just think look bad on a chart. Just keep in mind that this is my opinion and it's for entertainment and educational purposes only. But without further ado, let me introduce myself. I'm the Crypto Diet. I'm currently doing my master's in economics at Monash University. I'm also working here in Australia in the banking and finance sector. And it is my goal with this YouTube channel to always be honest and always be unbiased and give you guys clear information every time. So let's get started with the first coin that I think you should not be getting. The first coin that I'll be recommending to avoid is, of course, Chainlink. So I did a video on Chainlink not too long ago talking about just how bad it looked on a chart. Fundamentally, Chainlink's actually pretty awesome and definitely has some real use case that I have no doubt that one day Chainlink will be a very good crypto and really give everyone really good returns. One day. No one knows when, but right now on a chart, it's looked pretty bad for a lot of months now on the road. And while coins were doing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 X's, Chainlink barely got up to about 200% from the low to the top that it put in. Not even, about 193% increase. Now sure, by just pure performance, that's actually not bad. But in terms of crypto, that's lagging pretty hard by the rest of the pack. And you can see Chainlink was actually looking pretty good when we started to go between around the early January stage where we started to test this 50% and actually push through and break through on some decent volume, but we just came crashing down, got pretty much rejected on point at the 50% mark, and now we have broken down completely. We have broken down so bad with Chainlink that we are testing the July low that we had, that most cryptos had. Most cryptos had their low put in somewhere around the 20th, somewhere between the 20th and the 21st of July 21. And the fact that Chainlink actually found support on it is a good sign, but the fact that it had to get to that level is pretty sad to see. I'm just going to say it clear and cut. I don't hate this project. I think it's a good project. I think it has an awesome team behind it, but on a chart, I have to call it like it is. It's a downtrend, and I'm sure anyone can see that's a downtrend. So wait for it to show some support, wait for it to show some signs of life, because you've got 10,000 other cryptos to look into. Pick one of them. Now, you know my channel, you know I like to compare coins to the Ethereum value. So here is the Chainlink compared to Ethereum chart. And you can see pretty much basically from the 11th of November, when most altcoins were going pretty good in November, Chainlink just went absolutely destroyed, had a good time up, and that was in early January when it was actually looking like it was going to be strong, completely broke down, tested the 50%, got rejected on a good volume coming in on the 21st of January. So I actually had a bit of good volume coming in. You can see there, tested, rejected, pushed back down, and I anticipate the downtrend to continue with Chainlink. So stay away from it. I think there's better cryptos out there. Next one up, Cardano, ADA. This is another one that really has some really good fundamentals. I really do believe that Charles is a genius and is a very switched on person, but Cardano is in the top 10 guys. And even if this was doing well, it's not going to yield you the same results. So you can see here, same thing with Chainlink, testing the all-time low it put in from the 21st of July, which was the last bear market or the last sort of downtrend that we had about 6-7 months ago. And the fact that we even broke through it and the price actually dipped below it before getting bought back up and we are testing these zones again, it's not a good sign. I mean, this isn't really the areas that you want your coin to be in because it just shows weakness. Now, the good side to it is that it does look like some support is coming in at that dollar mark, which is important for Cardano to hold, because if it breaks that, it could really be on a downtrend. But this is one of those other projects that fundamentally it's good. One day Cardano, I'm sure, will have a very vibrant community behind it. One day it will have its NFTs and it will have all its DeFi stuff and DEXs and all this crazy awesome stuff that Cardano will have. I have no doubt about it. But on a chart, guys, you can clearly see this is a downtrend. Look at that. That's a downtrend. So don't bid against the trend because you will get burnt. Wait for the confirmation to come through. If we hover around this dollar mark for a little bit longer, we might start to see a bit of a base forming before we get the push up. We'll just have to wait and see. There's no rush. Now we have Cardano versus Ethereum, another downtrend. You can see there's my trend. I'm sure this is about as easy as they come. Downtrend against Ethereum. Not even in the white half of this fib 50% Marco Pizino Gann tool here. Not even, nowhere near it. So it still has a long way to go, meaning that you could just hold Ethereum, reduce your risk and get better returns. plain and simple. So if you want to support the project, awesome. I wish you all the best. But for me, I'm in this market to make money, and Cardano against Ethereum value really doesn't look like it has any uptrend or momentum coming through anytime soon. So if you want to buy Cardano and hold for a year or two, I wish you all the best. But this coin has a long way to prove itself and a lot of resistance barriers to go through. Next one up, XRP. This is another coin that big YouTubers love to say, mainly BitBoy. He loves to recommend XRP, and this is just a coin that's really, really bad. I know everyone wants to believe in XRP because the whole lawsuit and, you know, fighting the crypto justice war, etc., etc., etc. But the problem with XRP is that everyone already knows this information. Everyone thinks they're so smart because they own XRP and they're going to win the lawsuit and they're going to make lots of money. Everyone has this game plan, and you're going to get burnt because everyone else has the same game plan. So I've seen some people in some other major YouTube channels saying that XRP is going to hit $40. It's sad, but people are going to get burnt with this coin. And you can see another coin almost testing its July low downtrend. And you can even just see, and this is against USD chart, it got up, had a good run last bull run. This was Q1 and Q2 of last year, breaking down, going through, had a bit of a good time there, but now it's breaking down. It's broken down completely. Smart money is not buying XRP. They are buying other projects because they don't care about the lawsuit. The smart money is buying Luna. They're buying AVAX. They're buying Solana when Solana was actually gearing up. You can tell when smart money is buying a project because you'll see it really catapult to all highs. XRP doesn't really have much volume, you can see here. And the only people who are going to buy XRP, sorry to say, are traders who just want to get in and out very quickly, or retail because they just want to, their big YouTuber said buy this coin and they're going to buy it and get burnt. I know personally friends of mine who own XRP, and they even tell me themselves, I wish I never bought it because it just never goes anywhere. I'm going to be holding this coin just to even break even. And even then they might have to hold for God knows how long. And if I can't illustrate my point further enough, this is XRP compared to Ethereum. And I'm hoping this just looks like a pretty easy downtrend to spot. Even my 50% tool, I have to make it so low just to even capture this low that it's putting in. This is all-time lows against its Ethereum value. So you can just own Ethereum, reduce your risk, get more money, call it a happy day. But if you want to earn XRP because you believe it's going to get to $400 or $500, I wish you all the best. It's never my intention for anyone to lose their money, but this is honesty. You have to look at this and tell yourself, does this look like an uptrend or a downtrend? To me, looks like a pretty clear downtrend. So I'm staying away from XRP. Next coin up, Litecoin. Litecoin is another coin that I will continue to really not like. I owned Litecoin at one point, and it is just a very volatile coin because while other coins are pushing for all-time highs, is another coin that just doesn't seem to have big institutional money. And look at how big these red bars are. Massive sell-offs. Tell me, do you see any green big bars coming? The last time you have to look is from 2020 Q4 before you get some decent volume coming in, and a little bit of Feb 21. But this is mainly retail at this point before getting dumped on and just them unloading and retail unloading their losses onto smart money who pick it up. But even then, I mean, this is another coin. Broke down from its July low that it put in. Well, other coins were going up 4, 5, 6, 7, 800, 900, some even 1,000% up. Litecoin's top was 180%. That is really weak, which means if you perfectly timed the bottom of Litecoin on the 20th of July, and you timed it perfectly, you would have made 180%. Your timing would have had to be so good. Your margin of error is basically non-existent with Litecoin. You really don't have many times to sell it. And this is another one. Look at it, down below the 50% mark. Really never gets going. It really never does anything. This is just another coin that really struggles to push past its all-time high again. And the only people who buy Litecoin, in my mind, are just retail, because every time the bull market crashes, it usually peaks. So you can see we had a bit of a peak in November before it came crashing down, retail. We had a bit of a peak coming in May before we start crashing down. So whenever Litecoin really gets going, I start thinking to myself, that's retail. And to prove my point again, here it is, Litecoin losing value to Ethereum. And I mean, hopefully you can just see that that is a downtrend. That's a downtrend, meaning that you could just hold Ethereum. And some people say, I held Litecoin since 2018 and I bought it for $20 or $10 or whatever amount it was back then. And you think you've done very well, but you would have made so much more if you just bought Ethereum or even Bitcoin. That's a downtrend against Ethereum. That just shows you it is a weak coin. And you might think, oh my God, it went up, but you're just having a little blimp in an otherwise absolute catastrophe of a downtrend. Next one up, EOS. So I know JNY did a video on this one a couple months ago saying that he expected EOS to do very well in December. He did do a video, to be fair, saying that, you know, he was wrong about some of his predictions, but one of the predictions he was wrong was EOS, because I remember looking at this coin because I watched one of his videos and he recommended it, and well, it just went downtrend. So EOS actually had a pretty good run Q1 of last year, I will admit that, but that's another downtrend, and you can see it's really struggling to get to all-time high. So meaning that what you're looking for in cryptos is you don't want a very narrow mark to time it perfectly. When you're buying and selling crypto, you want to think of it like using a bow and arrow aiming at a target. If your target is really, really small, it's really hard to hit. So when you see these coins going up and getting absolutely dumped on, your timing has to be really, really good. And most people, and I don't blame you, are going to make that mistake of holding or selling too early and maybe having to buy in at a higher price and then get wrecked. Look at this coin. There's the low it put in on the 21st of July at around $3.14. And then you can see it actually went past its low that it put in. So other cryptos I've been showing in this video have at least been able to find some support around the low they put in on the 21st of July. EOS has actually made a new low and it's finding support now at the low it put in on the 23rd of December 2020. The chart says it all, downtrend. So stay away. And then you can look at EOS versus Ethereum. This is even worse than Litecoin somehow. And this is a very, very steep downtrend. I mean, look at that. That's like falling off a cliff. That's like falling off a waterfall. That's falling from, I don't even know when. That is a very, very steep downtrend. So stay away from EOS. If you are going to get into any of these coins that I'm mentioning, these are short-term trades. And you really have to know your stuff when you enter them because you are trading weakness. And it goes without saying, of course, stay away from meme coins at the moment. I'm sure meme coins have a place. I own some meme coins, but you really want to be careful when you buy these meme coins because these are mainly retail money. And SHIB is one of those ones, another downtrend against USD value, finding support at the 382 mark at the moment. But you can see from the high put in on the 26th of October, it would have just been an absolute catastrophe. And I think SHIB's already done its run. SHIB's already got going. It already made people millions, if not billions of dollars since its listing. And now it's just time for short-term traders. The only people who will be trading SHIB are short-term traders. They want to get in the market. They want to buy the coin. They want to sell it within a few days, maximum a few weeks, and they want to collect their funds and go. So don't think, oh my God, everyone made millions of dollars from SHIB. I'm going to buy SHIB and make millions of dollars. Hopefully, if you're watching that, you're not thinking that, but stay away from it. Now, just quickly on SHIB, I wasn't able to find any BTC or Ethereum pairing, but I don't think it would look too good just looking at the downtrend it's been doing. Next meme coin, Dogecoin. This is another one that really struggled to get going this bull run. Absolutely went gangbusters when Elon Musk was tweeting about it, doing all this sort of stuff about it. And in May, it just really peaked very, very high. And everyone was saying SHIB to $1. Never quite got there. Everyone was thinking it was going to do it this time. But I think Elon is quite aware of what he's doing now in terms of hyping up a coin. Yes, he's way smarter than I am, of course. But I think he understands that he can't just be, hyping Doge up to the moon, because a lot of people do watch him for what he says and they will lose money because of what he said. And I think it's time to learn that when he talks about Dogecoin, retail will get into it, retail will get dumped on, and then retail will lose their money. And I think he's understanding that, like, okay, I can't just keep pumping these coins because people will lose money and I'm ruining people's lives. And I do believe Elon Musk has a good heart, but that's one of the reasons fundamentally why I don't like Doge is I just don't think Elon is going to talk about it as much as he used to. And you really saw that Q3 and Q4 of last year. And you can see put in the low. So there was the low on 20th of July, broken down, finding new lows at 12 cents. And Doge is pretty high on the market cap. It's like in the top 15. So, you're going to really struggle to get this one. And if you really want to hold and hopefully you get to the all-time high, there's a nice 500% return for you. But you have to think to yourself how many resistance barriers it has to go through to get there. And it has to look really strong. So it's a very risky play in my opinion. You can see some volume drying up. Now you did have some good volume on the 14th of December and the 14th of Jan, but these are more trading sort of areas that you might want to look into. Broken down past is 50%. Stay away. Danger. Do not go through with this. Next coin up, Gala. I did a video on Gala. I was really hyped up about it. I think fundamentally it is a very good coin, but I'm willing to put my hand up on the chart. It looks bad. It has really struggled at the moment, complete utter train wreck. And you can really see, look at that, from the low put in on the 15th of January, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days consecutively down. We still have our 1 mark to play out that I'm waiting to see what happens. And that is around 12 cents before we might start to see the bottom of this. It's not to say it can't go lower, it can, but this is a downtrend as well. I would not be trading this. A lot of gaming coins, a lot of metaverse coins are really cooling off more than other coins. And that's because they had so much hype and there were the narrative in Q3 and Q4. So I think they will have another leg up. I think Gala will continue to do great things. Like I said, I love the fundamentals behind it. But at the moment, it's going to take a very, very, very long breather, it looks like. And I'm not even willing to call the low is in yet with this one. And here is Gala versus Bitcoin. I couldn't find the Ethereum chart, but you can see broke past the 50% mark. We know that Ethereum is stronger than Bitcoin. So this would look even worse if this was an Ethereum chart. But we can see that we broke down past the 50% and we won't probably get support until the 0.0000029 worth of a Bitcoin on this one, or Satoshi. So downtrend as well. Stay away. Now, I was able to find a Gala Ethereum chart, but this one only goes back to the 22nd of November. And you can see this is just, absolutely got destroyed by Ethereum for the last 2 months. So, and Ethereum's not even doing too well at the moment, guys. So that's what I mean when you have to say, well, if a coin is able to outperform Ethereum doing a downtrend, that's a very, very strong altcoin. But most coins will bleed out to Ethereum and Bitcoin. And you can see it playing out perfectly here. This isn't me trying to hate on it. Like I said, love the fundamentals, but downtrend, you can see. Next coin up, Engine. This is another coin that I think will do very, very well because I love it. It is the sort of OG gaming coin. And I really love the fundamentals behind Engine. And this was one of the first videos I ever did when I started my channel. And I really love the coin. I really do. And I think this coin will do great things in the years to come. I really do. But at the moment, I have to call it like I see it. It's a downtrend. Put in the high on the 25th of November, broke down past its 50%. Christmas came early for these guys on the 23rd of December, and then it only came down for about 5 days before crashing on December 28th. Tried to get above its 50% mark, failed, downtrend, tried again, failed, but at least it's trying. This is where you start to see, okay, at least there's some momentum. They're trying to push this market up, but it just didn't. Came crashing down, crashed even further, and we are finding some support that we put in on the 12th at around $1.43. So I expect Engine to still continue to fall. The bleeding hasn't stopped yet. The mark I'm looking for is $1.20, which is the low that it put in on September. If that breaks, we'll have to start looking at the low from the 20th of July, much like other cryptos. But at least this one isn't putting a new low from the low put in from the 20th of July, because that looks really weak to me. And you can see Engine versus Ethereum. This is the chart, and this is why I say compare your coins with either Ethereum or Bitcoin, because you can see just a relative strength to it. And you can see, look at this perfect rejection on the 50% mark. Look at that. That's just from the high to the low. And you can just see Engine tried on the 2nd of January, got rejected, tried again on the 3rd of January, got rejected. And you can see it's attempting it, but it's failing, which is a very big sign of weakness. Should be staying away from Engine for the time being. If you want to hold this coin for 2-3 years, I have no doubt you'll do very well. But at the moment, if you've only got a certain amount of money, which I think most people do, and you're thinking, what is the strongest horse I can put my money on? Engine would not be on that list. So that's going to do it for this video. Again, I wish nothing but the best for everyone. This isn't me hating on anyone. This is just my analysis of some weak coins. And believe me, I could probably make this video for about 3 hours because there are a lot of weak cryptos. I wish you all the best in this bull run and throughout 2022 and beyond. And I'm always trying to be honest and transparent with you guys. These are just my honest thoughts for the time being. Things can change in the future, and I'll always be looking at the charts daily. But until I see a momentum shift, I will not be looking at trading pretty much any of these coins in the near future. I got my next video planned, and I'll be covering Thorchain and doing an analysis on that one. If that sounds good, give me a subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be notified once I drop that video. But until then, take care everyone, and I will see you on the next video.